All right, you guys. So, hear me out. First, let me set the scene. So, I know we've all been in this space where you meet somebody, you're instantly attracted, damn near love at first sight. Let's be real. And chemistry on 1,000, and things start off hot and heavy. Maybe a few days, maybe a week, maybe even a few weeks tops. Then they disappear. Then they're unreachable. Then you start questioning, like, damn, did I do something? And then just at the moment when you let it go, they circle right back around. But in those moments of absence where like you are questioning like if you did something, what could you do better, or how do I get the connection back, or just the thought loop, the mental loop of like, dang, I thought we had something. And like, have you ever just stopped to wonder like, why do I like them so much? We only had like one conversation. Like, what is it that is drawing me to this person, even though they're showing signs that it's probably something I should leave? I know we've all been there. Check this out. I feel like the perfect way to get over a man is to just get to know him. Hear me out. Y'all ever be in like a limerence stage with somebody that you haven't fully gotten to know, or maybe somebody that's like unavailable? So it's like they drop in for a little bit, then disappear. It's like you could never catch them, and you stuck in that fantasy, and you just think they the best thing since sliced bread. Get to know that man for real. I promise he's not as good as you think he is. I promise. Limerence gone once you get to know him. I promise. All right, so now that you've watched, now you get a better feel of what I'm saying, right? So the question of the day is, do I really like this man for real? Do you? So first, now for those of you who don't know what limerence is, it's a buzzword. You know how we've been, everybody's in the mental health space now. Everybody got new terms for things that we've been experiencing. I've been experiencing this since I started liking boys, since I was young. But for those of you who aren't familiar, I'm going to insert the definition right here. And when you really take the time to really read what it is, it makes so much more sense. Because when I think back on all of the men that I've taken interest in, the ones where like it never really went anywhere, I never got a good sense of who they were as people. Never really knew their character. Never knew even how they would operate in a relationship. Never really got to know them on a deeper level besides surface, besides the attraction. But I used to be stuck, okay? All it took was a few convos, maybe a few links. I'm not even gonna give I'm giving myself too much credit. It don't even be a few, it be one. And I will really find myself like, oh my God, is this my husband? And it sounds silly, but like if we being real, we do that a lot more than we would like to admit. And it's like it's not that person that you like. It's the fantasy of what you wish it could be. You're the magic. You already have a mental picture of what it is that you want. And now you just have a face to put to it. But it's really all in your head. It's imagination, it's obsession. It's not real. So the game changer for me was when I took men off of a pedestal. I stopped performing. I stopped trying to get chose. And I started doing the choosing. And not in a cocky way of like, now it's your turn to prove why you're worthy of me. But it's just in a sense of like, I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. Let me just see if I even like you for real. Let me see if we're even compatible beyond the physical, beyond us both liking Drake, beyond us both liking to eat and smoke hookah or whatever. The surface level common interest that everybody do. Liking tequila, Don Julio. Just little stuff. Cause when you think about it, like we'll meet people and we'll be like, oh my God, we have so much in common. And it'd be some of the most basic. You like power? Oh my God, I love power. It's like, who don't? Who ain't watching that? That's not real chemistry for real. And what I've been doing lately is, now I still experience this. I ain't exempt. I haven't really mastered that far, but I will say like I'm more aware of things now as I've been dating, and I really have been challenging myself to really get down to the nitty gritty, like really asking questions, like really looking at the compatibility, because you can have chemistry with anyone. When it comes down to it, a relationship is going to be successful when you're both compatible, when you have the same morals and values, when your long-term goals align. Because forget having fun, forget turning up, forget feeling a vibe. Can we do life together? Reality, real life together. When things get real, can we manage? And that's what it's about. And it's funny because I had a scenario where it was this guy that like I would just always kind of feel like, dang, the people that I really like, that I'm really feeling, they're usually the most unavailable. And I was talking to this specific guy where it was like that for a minute. It was the off and on, the back and forth, but the chemistry, it was like the anticipation of, dang, when will I see him again? When will we get to link again? Like, what would it be like to actually go out on a date? What would it be like to actually, like, could this actually be something for real, you know? And I remember when we finally got to like the next phase, we started talking on the phone like frequently, damn near every day. And I just remember the moment when I was like, I'm annoyed. I don't like you. But this is the person that I have been putting on a pedestal. Like, this was the man where I was like, nah, I want you. Like, I'm trying to see what's up. And when I finally saw what's up, it wasn't up. And to be honest, he's not the only one. There's plenty of times where it's like, damn, I liked you until you started talking. I liked you when I didn't know who you were for real. And to be honest, I think some people be knowing that. Like, they know if she really got to know me, or he, this for men and women. We both do it. But it's like, if this person really got to know me for real, they would know I'm not who I say I am. People talk a good game. People pretend. People put on that mask. And you don't know the difference. You don't know somebody until you know somebody. That was a sobering moment for me to be like, man, you got to stop getting attached to these people so quickly. You got to start getting to know people for who they are and stop assigning them prematurely to positions that you feel like you have open in your life. It's okay to want companionship, to want a partner, but it's not just anybody that makes you feel a little something. And this is not to say that once you experience flaws from someone that you discard them. Everybody has flaws. There's always going to be something, some aspect about a person that gives you the ick in a sense. But even in those moments, it kind of allows me to view connections in a more grounded way. Instead of my head being in the clouds and planning a wedding on the third date or the first phone conversation. It's like when you start seeing those little things that's like, I don't know if I like that, or that's a red flag, or that gives me cause for concern. It's like, okay, let me take my time. Let me slow down. Let me pull it back. Let me see if this is something that, let me see if this man even gonna be around by this time next month. I've been doing that a lot lately, and they ain't been lasting until next month. So there's that. And then on the flip side, it kind of brought me down the rabbit hole of like, do I even really want marriage for real? Do I even want kids? Like, is my obsession with marriage and kids a form of limerence? Is it just because that's what's been programmed in my mind to want? Like, am I really a hopeless romantic? Because I gotta be real. I be wanting companionship. I be wanting commitment, or at least I think so in my head. But I'm also someone that really likes solitude and really likes my space. And I just find that when I do finally get a connection or somebody that I'm feeling like, sometimes I find myself craving when I was just single and I didn't have nobody to answer to. Like, I really just naturally thrive off of environments when I'm alone. Like, I do. Like, I really want a partner, but I'm also terrified of losing myself. Like, to be honest, I've always felt like an anomaly, like, when it comes to relationships. Like I always romanticize my single life when I'm in a relationship and then romanticize being in a relationship when I'm single. Like I'm naturally detached and independent. And that can be hard for men because I feel like with a lot of men, if you're not like up under them 24/7, if you're not clingy, they just automatically assume you don't like them. Because they really, and this is a whole other topic too, they feel like that we only like stand our ground. We only keep our boundaries. We only maintain our personal life when we're with simps, the men that we don't really like for real. So in their mind, their logic is like, well, if she's not on me, then she don't want me, which is not necessarily true. That's not really true for me. Like just because I'm not up under you doesn't mean that I don't want you. And it don't mean that I'm going to override my boundaries for you either and not stand on business. Now I may make my chest hurt a little more. I'm going to be fighting a little more if I really want you, but I'm going to stand on business regardless. But I don't know. It's just always been interesting to me because it's like I said, I feel like I like the idea of romance more than the reality of it. And the older I get, the more I'm starting to question if romance even exists. Like, I know love exists, obviously, but in the way that we've been taught to want it and crave it, I don't know. And I brought this up to my therapist like a while back, because I remember going to her and thinking like there was an issue with me. Like, why can't I like attach to people? Why am I not like, why do I run from the people who want me, but then I crave the people who act like they don't? And I remember telling her, like, I need to be fixed. Something's wrong with me. Like, I meet people that I like and I may really enjoy them, but then I just also want my space. And I have moments where I don't want to be bothered. And I have moments where, like, I just want to be alone. And, like, she told me straight up, like, it ain't nothing wrong with you. You just got to find somebody that understands the way you wired. And that's where compatibility comes in. Circling it back around because I know I went off on a tangent. But I say all this to say, like, it's compatibility over interest, over attraction, over a vibe. And we have to redefine what romance is for us. It's not the obsession. It's not the butterflies. It's not the, oh my God, I can't eat, I can't sleep until I get a text message or a call from this man. It's the reality. People say you got to think about the milestones you're going to reach with the person that you decide to do life with. Like, you're going to have to bury your parents. That person is going to have to be there for you. You may get sick. You may have cancer. You may be on your deathbed. Is that person going to be able to care for you when you can't care for yourself? Will they be a good parent to your child? What's the mindset like of how you will raise your children? All of these things play a role, and it's like when we think of love and we think of like, well, I'm not gonna say we, but we see a picture. It's like it looks picture perfect on the outside, and we think, oh wow, that's love. And it's like it's so much deeper than that. It's so many layers. And it's just like we gotta really stop attaching to people. We have to stop attaching to the ideas of people and really getting to understand who the person is that we're connecting to and understanding what love really means for us. What are your core needs? What do you really need? Like, what are your non negotiables for a relationship? And can this person meet them? If they can't, that attraction that you're feeling is not real. And the bottom line is if the person that you're obsessing over or that you're wanting, if they're not showing up for you, if you're more in your head than actually experiencing life with them in real time because you can't get a hold of them, that's your answer. That's your answer on if it's real or not. And even on the flip side, because we experience limerence with people who do reciprocate energy too. But then you got to ask yourself, is this infatuation? Am I just connected and attached to what they're presenting to me right now? You're seeing the representative and you're giving the representative. It's when things get real that you really know. So my whole point of this video is just to be mindful of the stages when it comes to dating and attraction, and be mindful of who and what you're connecting to. Is it the fantasy? Is it the idea? Or is it the person? And it's nothing wrong with taking things slow. If a person is for you, that's the biggest lesson I've learned from these years of dating and where I'm at in life right now. It is okay to take things slow. I ain't in no rush for nothing, especially when it comes to dating. Like, it's okay to take things one day at a time. If that person is for you, they ain't going nowhere. That slow burn is real, and I find myself craving that more these days. And it's a struggle, especially when you're used to the unhealthy way of things moving fast like that. You think like if they not moving like that, that means they don't like me. But what I'm challenging myself to do lately is to lean into the slow burn. Like, it's okay to take things slow. Because one of the biggest things that's helped me with my trust issues is eventually, you may not know in the beginning. There's no way to know if a person is being real or upfront with you when you first meet them. But time will always tell. And that's why it's important to take your time. That's why it's important to remain grounded. Because a lot of times what happens is things are so hot and heavy, you move fast, and then you're already attached to a person and you start seeing those red flags and things that may not align with who you are, but you already in it, so you just keep going, and that's where you get stuck. But if you take your time and let things reveal naturally and check in with yourself too, like, this happened, it's not really feeling right. Is this something I want to continue to build or hold on to? I think that's important when it comes to dating. Check in with yourself, move slow, and don't skip steps. They're there for a reason. You ain't got to meet a man and be married next month. Even if you know, again, it's not going anywhere. So, but anyway, I'm not going to drag this out. I think y'all, well, I hope y'all get the gist of my video. And I just wanted to open up this discussion. I think it's very interesting. I think it's just something to think about. That's all. But with that being said, that's all I have. If you like the video, please drop me a like. If you want to stick around for more commentary, you can subscribe. Or if not, just leave a comment. Sharing your experience, sharing any tips you may have, or sharing any differences of opinions. But with that being said, I thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.